Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Game of Thrones. Today we'll be watching episode 5 of season 3, Kissed by Fire. The way we left off in episode 4 with Khaleesi just truly in that moment owning the entire scene, I think that just showed her true character arc and how far she's come since season 1. And this to me just goes to show that I am truly going to be very invested in her character growth further on, to see where she goes with her going to the Iron Throne. And to me, this is something that I have been really looking forward to since since episode 10 of season 1. As soon as she came out of that fire, I was just envisioning her, how she would be able to get the armies, how she would be able to have loyal people serving her cause. And naturally we know that she always wanted to go back home, but with the way that things ended in episode 10 of season 1, I just was thinking, oh god, this is going to be an epic journey with Khaleesi, Daenerys. That's all I could care about. But episode 4 truly showed how far she's come, and I am so excited to see her journey continuing on. And in the other sense of the terms, with what's happening, all the way north, we have lost Jor Moment, and now there is definite chaos within the Night's Watch, and I'm not really sure who is going to be able to defend the wall now that they don't have a commander. And the White Walkers are heading straight to the wall, so I don't really understand what is going to happen in that regard, in terms of who's going to really come together, who's going to maintain the peace so that they can protect the wall. So I'm really not sure what's going to happen from here on out with that regard. And now that the wildlings also will climb the wall along with Jon, who's an impersonator, not an impersonator, he's blending in, I guess. He's now going, they are all going to climb the wall and attack the Night's Watch. They don't have to do that because the Night's Watch is already sort of disbanded in their own ridiculous way. So I'm not really sure where or what's going to happen with the wildlings and the Night's Watch, so I'm a bit curious to know in that regard. And then we have in the south, we have Jaimie and Brienne captured by the Northmen, and Jaimie has lost his hand, so it's like, oh god, what's going to happen now? Along with Brienne, where are they heading off to? Then we have Tyrion, my life. Tyrion along with Cersei. Tyrion is now the master of coin. So he mentioned a major thing in the previous episodes, where he said that that they owe millions to the Iron Bank in Bravos. So I'm curious to know how exactly they would be able to afford the royal wedding of Marjorie and Joffrey, which is God knows when. And then Sansa is also a potential match with Loras Tyrell. Don't know when that would happen, or if that would be a thing, now that I'm pretty sure it will happen only after Marjorie is queen. So yeah, what's going to happen with that? And then Arya and Gendry are with the Brotherhood of No Banners, and they have captured the Hound, and apparently they're going to have a trial by combat, which is between what's his name? I can't remember his name, but something Clegane, and Beric Dondarrion. Not sure how that works, and they serve the Lord of Light. which is interesting. So yeah, there's a lot going on, and I now need to know where from here are we going to take, and plus Robb Stark is also there as well. So will he be successful in capturing or restarting that, you know, that feud of having people try and chase the mountain and get him to chase them so that he can have his head on a spike? Will that sort of strategy that he had work again? God knows. So I'm not really sure what is going to happen naturally, but you know, in terms of like, because there's so much storyline going on, I need to find out. Mostly, as I said, Daenerys is just something that I really truly enjoy, and not omitting what's happening in the background, but the way episode 4 ended, that's the only thing that kept me thinking about what could happen and how she can get there. So let's not wait any further. Let's see Daenerys, and I am super excited.
Show us the truth. Strike this man down. If he is guilty, give strength to his sword. If he is true, Lord of Light, give us wisdom.
What the frick? Oh, Jin Sakai, way of the flame! Dude! Oh my god, literally his nightmare, I guess. Oh my god! Freak me!
Arya, don't!
Looks like that god likes me more than your butcher's boy. He will. But not today.
What the frick? What? Give me a second to understand what just happened. He literally cut him in half and he's back. Lord of Light, cast your light upon this servant, your loyal servant, in the darkness and whatnot. And he's back? Oh, what the frick is this? No wonder Varys doesn't like these people.
There are 4 to a patrol. 2 builders to check for structural damage, 2 rangers to watch for enemies.
How often do these patrols go out?
It varies. If I knew where on the wall we were heading, I could tell you.
You'd like to know that. There are 19 castles guarding the wall. How many are manned?
3.
You sure of that?
What happens to your eagle after I kill you? Does he drift away like a kite with his strings cut? Or does he just flop dead to the ground?
He's no crow.
Just because you want him inside you, don't make him one of us.
I'm not afraid of you.
Wow, Ygritte is defending him. That's pretty...
I like you, boy.
Ooh.
But if you lie to me, I'll pull your guts out through your throat.
We know this torment.
Will you stop rattle shouting us about to cut your throat and vouch for you with months? No, it seems you owe me a debt.
Holy God.
Give it back!
Oh, I stole it. It's mine. You still a crow.
Who the fuck's nose dead?
It's time you proved yourself. You
Ygritte,
swore some vows. I want you to break them.
Holy God.
All of me.
What? I didn't even expect this to be going this way, but okay. Well, you are husband and wife. I feel like I'm invading your privacy, but alright.
we shouldn't.
Well, she's already naked in front of you and you are a wildling. If you want to be a part of them and act, you might as well break the vows, babes. Oh my goodness.
Are you still dressed?
I don't know.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. Oh,
Okay. You hit it right there.
that thing you did with your mouth. Is that what lords do to their ladies in the south?
The South.
I don't know. I just wanted to kiss you there is all.
Who told you that?
There's been no one else. Only you.
Yeah.
Maid. You were made.
I was a man of the Night's Watch.
You had red hair like me. Kissed by fire.
Oh, red hair.
He was weak.
Would have never thought. I thought it was something to do with Daenerys.
That was the first one. Then there was this then boy.
You're in like a proper couple's vacation.
Let's not go back. Let's stay here a while longer. I don't ever want to leave this cave, Jon Snow.
We're outlaws. Outlaws steal. You're lucky we didn't kill you.
Come try it, Archer. I'll shove those arrows up your
You
arse.
can't let him go. He's a murderer. He's guilty.
Not in the eyes of God.
You can't.
Enough! Judgment isn't ours to make.
You've lost a hand.
No, my lord. He has it here.
Take this away.
Send it to his father.
You'll hold your tongue unless you want to lose it.
Apologies, my lady. You're under my protection now.
Oh,
Thank you, my lord.
woo!
Find suitable rooms for our guests.
What?
Stannis Baratheon laid siege to King's Landing.
Oh, God.
Sailed into Blackwater Bay. Stormed the gates with thousands of men. And your sister.
Oh.
How can I put this? Your sister is alive and well. Your father's forces prevailed.
I don't know why I sympathize a lot for Jaimie right now for some bizarre reason. Oh, what the fuck?
The corruption has spread. I fear it must be cut away. The safest course would be to take the whole armor.
Thanks, Lord Guy.
They found some of my experiments too bold.
Oh, stop it.
I can leave your opera. I'll make the cuts at your elbow.
I don't need my right hand to kill you.
No milk of the puppy.
Oh, come on, Jaimie.
I'll scream.
Quite a bit of pain.
I'll scream loudly.
Jaimie, you don't have to try and prove that you are a man right now.
He's almost as generous to those who help us as he is unpleasant towards those who don't. You have
Sansa
a good
looks
working relationship with the
gorgeous.
Tyrells.
Not gonna lie.
I thought you might look into it before you leave the capital.
I shall do my best.
Thank you.
Like a dress.
I had hoped we might discuss a few financial matters.
I climbed all those steps to discuss financial matters.
The royal wedding. Told you had a hand in planning it.
Naturally.
It's shaping up to be a very involved affair.
What good is the word extravagant if it can't be used to describe a royal wedding?
I
Yes,
understand that.
Good.
But as master of coin, it falls upon me to calculate the cost for the crown. As of now, it's a huge expense.
50,000 sheep. You don't have to lecture me about wartime expenses. I'm quite familiar with them.
And we are so grateful for your contributions, which are necessary for the preservation of the realm.
As is a royal wedding. A royal wedding is much safer, wouldn't you say?
I would.
The
And
dialogue.
traditionally paid for by the royal family. I was told you were drunk, impertinent, and thoroughly debauched. You can imagine my disappointment at finding nothing but a browbeaten bookkeeper. Where'd you go, Atlantis?
God, Olenna!
Lady,
Oh, very well. I won't
go to stay on in Smith for the Brotherhood.
You're
Have
kidding.
you lost your mind? The Lannisters find this place. You think they'll spare the Smiths? They'll cave your head in with your own
The
hammer.
Lannisters wanted to kill me long before I joined the Brotherhood.
You don't have to do this.
I served Lord Tywin at Harrenhal, wondering every day if I'd get tortured or killed. I'm done serving.
You just said you were serving Lord Beric.
But they have no
He
banners.
may be their leader, but they chose him. I've never had a family.
I can be your family.
Oh, Arya.
You wouldn't be my family. You'd be my lady.
I didn't do anything! I'm just a small disgrace!
Oh my God. Oh my God. You freaking idiot.
It took 5 of you to murder 2 unarmed squires.
Not murder, your grace. Vengeance.
Vengeance. For 2 boys!
Those boys didn't kill
Oh
your
my
sons.
god, this is...
I saw Harry and die on the battlefield, and Torrance
Was strangled by the Kingslayer.
My mother had nothing to do with this. This was your treason.
It's treason to free your enemies. In war, you kill your enemies. Did your father not teach her that, boy?
Leave him.
That's how he deals with treason. Our king in the north. Or should I call him the king who lost the north?
I didn't kill anyone. I only watched for the guards.
This one was only the Watcher. Hang him last so he can watch the others die.
Please, please, they made me do it. They made me.
Bury them and remain silent till the war is done.
I'm not fighting for justice if I don't serve justice to murderers in my ranks, no matter how highborn. He has to die.
They won't forgive the killing of their lord. Your mother's right. If you do this, the Karstarks will abandon you. And more boys will keep dying until this war is over. You need Karstark men to end it.
I fought Joffrey for you. We are king, Stark and Karstark.
That didn't stop you from betraying me, and it won't save you now.
I don't want it to say.
Rickard Karstark, Lord of Karhold. Here in sight of gods and men, I sentence you to die. Would you speak a final word?
Kill me and be cursed.
Oh god, Robb! Have you thought this through? You just killed your own men for Lannisters?
The first light will ride for Riverrun. Your brother's there now. He'll make a contribution to our cause, and you can go home.
I'm a hostage, and you're telling me.
Don't think of it that way.
Dude, you got cut in half. I don't understand this.
Do I frighten you, child?
Yes, you actually do. Not to her, but to me, yes. I'm a human.
You're angry with me, and I don't blame you. But letting him go was the right thing. Lance, right through the chest. Then, I was stabbed in the belly. Then it was an arrow in the back, and that axe in the side. Then the Lannisters caught me and executed me for treason.
Could you bring back a man without a head? Not 6 times. Just once.
I don't think it works that way, child. He was a good man, Ned Stark. He's at rest now. Somewhere. I would never wish my life upon him.
I would.
Who's this?
Burn away my sins. Help me serve you.
Who's this?
Use me as you will. For the night is dark and full of terrors.
Meant to come sooner.
Oh, his wife.
The battle.
I know of your troubles, my king. The Lady Melisandre has told me everything.
Yes, of
Please,
course.
did it say?
Your claim is true. You will be victorious.
I believed that once.
You are the one God's champion. And the finest man I've ever known.
Sillies, I've broken a sacred vow.
You're doing God's work.
Don't understand. The Lady Melisandre.
I know, Stan. The Lady Melisandre has told me everything. No act done in service of the Lord of Light can ever be a sin. I wept with joy.
What the fuck is
My
that?
sweet boys. Peter, Roland, Edric. So you've come to see her as well?
What?
There is no need. You must keep away from such distractions.
She's my daughter.
You have a daughter?
I want to see her.
Sure. Father!
Shireen?
He did. He fought bravely.
He hasn't come to visit me. He said he'd bring me back a present from the capital.
He won't be visiting, child.
Why not? He's my friend.
Sir Davos is a traitor. He's rotting in a dungeon cell for his crime. Best forget him.
Don't intend to be the first Lannister to die in a bathtub.
Why should I care how you die?
You swore a sullen vow, remember? Supposed to get me to King's Landing in one piece. Not going so well, is it? No wonder Renly died with you guarding it. me better than most.
Don't you mock me?
I'm apologizing. You heard of wildfire? Of course. The Mad King was obsessed with it. He loved to watch people burn. With their skin blackened, blistered, and melted off their bones. He burned lords he didn't like. He burned hands who disobeyed him. He burned anyone who was against him. Before long, half the country was against him. Robert Baratheon marched in the capital after his victory at the Trident.
Yes.
But my father went first. The whole Lannister army at his back, promising to defend the city against the rebels. I urged him to surrender peacefully. But the king didn't listen to me. Didn't listen to Varys, who tried to warn him. But he did listen to Grand Maester Pycelle. You can trust the Lannisters, he said. We opened the gates and my father sacked the city.
Yes.
Once again, I came to the king, begging him to surrender. He told me to bring him my father's head. If your precious Renly commanded you to kill your own father and stand by while thousands of men, women, and children burned alive, would you have done it? Drove my sword into his back. Burn them all, he kept saying. Burn them all. I don't think he expected to die. He slit his throat to make sure that didn't happen.
So sword in the back and slit throat. Got it.
That's where Ned Stark found me.
This is true. Why didn't you tell anyone?
The Honorable Ned Stark wanted to hear my side. He judged me guilty the moment he set eyes on me. By what right does the wolf judge the lion? By what right?
The Kingslayer!
Jaimie. My name's Jaimie.
What the frick just happened?
I disobeyed my king, your father, and now I'm paying the price.
I don't care, you're my friend. You must get bored down here. I brought you something to read. It's about Aegon and his dragons. Aegon used to live here. Did you know that? And the Targaryens built this castle.
So they did.
You can hide the book under your cloak. It's a good one. I'll bring you more.
Thank you, my lady. I'm sure it's a fine book.
I'll teach you. I'll come when Bert's on duty and teach you. It's easy.
No.
It'll be fun.
Go. We can't.
Why not? What will they do? Lock us in cells. When you see A, E, and G together like that, it sounds like egg. And the title of the whole book is An History of Aegon the Conqueror and his conquest of Westeros.
Thoros of Myr went in alone, waving that flaming sword of his.
Thoros of Myr. Bloody madman. Robert knighted you after the battle.
Proudest moment of my life. One knee in the dust, king's sword on my shoulder, listening to the words, "In the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave." All I could think of was how badly I had to piss.
The man of honor keeps his vows, even if he's serving a drunk or a lunatic. Just once in my life before it's over. I want to know what it's like to serve with pride, fight for someone I believe in. You believe in her?
With all my heart.
Why did I have a feeling you were going to say that exact words?
Indari vali sirisi, sindari vali pontalos it gamuti edrepti. Gente jeve jerele edrevletas, kogrondo jevo hedre.
Oh wow, a handsome one.
Besieza girigli,
Scrosso jevi brosa.
torco nudo.
Dorconudo. Grewa. What
All
the
on
fuck?
solid boys are giving you names when they are cut. Hezer broza jeve gemele edrevletas. Menteri e vagne e vesteletas keskido sogamagon. Gadvaga ohe gregugas. Avi hoskas lue broze e vesteletas.
Shibroji es peso senestas kimbrotto. Quinile shibroji melezesco mazedas terrari vabustar. E torco nudo sajibroji es bezi egitovi. Deneris germasmo. Shiteptas shiterfe.
I like it. Say it more.
Which man do you have in mind?
Forgive me, Sir George, for what I'm about to say. Your reputation in Westeros has suffered over the years.
Forgive me, Sir Barristan, but I was busy defending the Khaleesi against King Robert's assassins while you were still bowing to the man.
We
And
both
he was
wanted to
fine for the
rule.
man.
Am I wrong? You only joined us a few days ago. I can't speak to your intentions.
I thought you guys were getting along well. I think my head jinxed it.
The Karstarks are gone. Almost half our forces. Tywin Lannister knows what he needs to do to make us unravel. My bannermen are home again, sitting by the fire, surrounded by their families, warm and safe. They'll never ride south again. When I gathered my lords together, we had a purpose, a mission. Now we're like a band of bickering children. I can't force them to meet us in the field, and I can't attack them where they're strongest, but I can attack them where they're not. And Casterly Rock can't run away. I'm going to take their home away from them. There is only one person in this kingdom with that kind of army who hasn't already sided with the Lannisters. The man whose daughter I was supposed to marry. Walder Frey.
So he's going to use Walder Frey's men to attack Casterly Rock.
Would it please you?
Of course.
I should like to see you spar with a proper partner, sir.
Why, yes.
How do you know I'm to be married soon? It is my intent.
Goodness gracious.
Notion.
I rarely do in my experience.
You have a good deal of experience, do you?
With the husbands. Oh, it took long enough.
Of course.
Seems our Knight of Flowers is engaged to be wed.
Who's he? And who's the lucky girl?
Strange, isn't it?
What is?
It doesn't matter what we want. Once we get it, then we want something else. Your hair. It's different.
Oh!
I'll be leaving the city soon.
You still want me to come with you?
It's not a question of what I want. It's what you want. You want to go home, don't you?
Of course, more than anything. But maybe it would be better to wait. You've been so kind, I'd feel terrible if anything happened to you.
Oh,
Can't tell you how
Sansa?
touched I am by your concern for my welfare. I hope you know that I'm your friend, Sansa. Your true friend.
I really
I
wanna.
do, Lord Baelish.
Peter.
Peter.
Ugh.
One conversation with Leonard Tyrell. I've saved the crown hundreds of thousands on this wedding.
Never mind that now. We have something important to discuss.
Master of Coin, saving money is important.
Your sister has learned that your new friends, the Tyrells, are plotting to marry Sansa Stark to Sir Loras.
Very well. She's a lovely girl. Missing some of Loras's favorite bits, but I'm sure they'll make do. Seem to remember she has an older brother.
The Karstarks have marched home. The young wolf has lost half his army. His days are numbered. Theon Greyjoy murdered both his brothers. That makes Sansa Stark the heir to Winterfell.
You really think it's wise to refuse them?
There's nothing to refuse. This is a plot. Plots are not public knowledge.
And how do we do that?
We find Sansa Stark a different husband.
Wonderful.
Yes, it is.
What?
Now she's finally free of him and you give her to me? That's cruel. Even for
You
you.
intend on mistreating her? Girl's happiness is not my concern, nor should it be yours.
She's a child.
She's flowered, I assure you. She and I have discussed it at length.
And if I refuse?
You wanted to be rewarded for your valor in battle. Sansa Stark is a finer reward than you could ever dare hope for. And it is past time you were wed.
I was wed.
You'll marry Sir Loras.
I will not.
The boy is heir to High Garden. Tyrion will secure the north. You will secure the Reach.
No, I won't do it.
But you will. You're still fertile. You need to marry again and breed.
I am Queen Regent, not some brood mare.
You're my daughter! You will do as I command, and you will marry Loras Tyrell. My children. You disgraced the Lannister name for far too long.
Sansa will marry Tyrion Lannister, and Cersei will marry Loras Tyrell. I did not think it would be going that way at all. Oh, Lord. That's insane. I said in the end that Tyrion, please look out for Sansa. I literally did not think that he would be marrying her. Oh my God. what's to say. What will I at this point in day and age, I will never know what exactly will happen now. This is unpredictable storyline is what I think it is. Jeez Louise. But anyway, in the intro of, well, Game of Thrones, the map and everything, Yunkai was mentioned, and it had the lady from Astapor also there. Is that where Daenerys is heading? Because she heads to all these exotic places. Karth, Astapor, now New Yunkai. Sounds all like from where she's traveling in her voyage, I guess. So I think it may be something to do with that. Between the combat trial between Sandor Clegane and Beric Dondarrion died, cut in half, and somehow the Lord of Light resurrected him back for the 6th time. And he is fine. I guess he has a purpose, and that's what the Lord of Light is trying to show, that he has a purpose to his, I don't know, being a leader for the Brotherhood of Banners. I have no idea. And in that regard, Gendry wants to be a smith's, what is it called? Smith's person? I'm not sure. But he wants to be working as a swordsmith? God. For these guys to make their armor, or like, well, their weaponry, because he has a purpose now to be with, like, you know, being a part of a group. You can call them his brothers, his family. But at the same time, Arya felt really bad that he wouldn't be joining her with Robb, because she wanted him to be his family. That was so sweet. That was actually so. I didn't even think Arya would consider Gendry as his family. Like, it was such a not coincidence. Well, he just ended up being Robert's bastard, and it just happened to be that, you know, Robert and Ned are such close friends, or were such close friends, and they happen to be really good friends themselves. So I think she wanted him to be a part of her family as well. So like, it's just so sad. And now that I think about it, when Lady Melisandre said that there are other people with your blood, like to Stannis, she preaches the Lord of Light, and Gendry being a part of the Lord of Light bannermen, was this all something they were able to see in the fire? Like that Arya and Gendry will end up in their care, and Gendry will stay back, and this would be easy for them to hand him over to Lady Melisandre and whatever she wants from him, because he's the only living, the only second Baratheon that is still alive, apart from Stannis. But I'm now finding out that Stannis has a daughter, Shireen, who has this I don't know what's wrong with her face, but she has some sort of like cracked skin, and he has a wife, which we knew about, but Celise, she is to me she sounds like a nutcase, and her plan to say that everything that's happened till now with Stannis is God's work, and she's aware of his, well, sinister endeavors with Lady Melisandre, and she wept with joy, and to her, for Stannis to see Shireen is a distraction. Is she like right in the head? And she's like contained her 3 boys. her 3 sons miscarriage. I remember that they said that. Peter, Tormund, and Edric in some like liquid containers. It's like, you know, in The Walking Dead, right? You know, when they when that guy from Woodbury, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but that guy with the eye patch, he kept those heads in like some container. I'm not sure what it was, but he kept all those zombie heads. I guess they were like some sort of family members, if I recall, I don't know. And then he kept his daughter who turned in a cell. But still, whatever it is, it's sort of like that, like the way she kept all, it's like Resident Evil bullshit is what this is. And then whatever happened in Robb's full saga right now, those 2 boys murdered by that Karstark for something that Jaimie did. And on top of that, well, at this point, it's like, it doesn't even matter. Like, you know, it shouldn't come as a shock, because if Theon was able to like freaking ask, what's his name? Dager or something? Whatever. To slit those orphan boys' throats and burn them. This is no shock. This is an act of war. Okay, fine. But for Robb to have killed the main key of his army to the north to achieve, like, you know, to kill or to, I don't know, yeah, against the Lannisters. I don't know where the plot is going with Robb. Can't even focus on it, but still. He killed the Lannisters, like he killed a Karstark who have been serving the Starks since, well, we've heard Robert's Rebellion. Not since then, but for quite some time. For 2 Lannisters, he killed a Karstark man. I don't know what, but I feel like even if Robb Stark does get the armies and whatnot, secure Casterly Rock with the help of Walder Frey, okay, what's to say that his own army won't turn against him for siding with the Lannisters? Because, well, as I said, he killed a Karstark for 2 Lannister boys, and even though his men left, still that would stay with him. He won't be treated as the king in the north, as how he said, like he's like he would be a king who lost the north, even though he has lost Winterfell, which is the main hub. But still, like, I don't know how that would work well. I'm just trying to think. And now that he's lost the Karstarks, I don't know how many men does Walder Frey have to really not only get Casterly Rock, but at the same time kill the Lannisters. Not sure how that would work, because if the alliance is going to happen as Tywin has planned, High Garden mainly, I don't really understand what kind of defense or strategy Robb would have. I'm just trying to logically think it. Unless somehow Robb Stark hears about Daenerys and puts an end once and for all and works with her, because they both have the same goal, to kill the Lannisters. And Robb Stark, I'm sure, does not want to sit on the Iron Throne, but he just wants the North. But I'm sure Daenerys would be like, yeah, that's fine, you can have the North, but I want the Iron Throne. And I don't think Robb has any interest to the throne. So unless he can work with her and her unsullied army, and then if he has the Walder Frey's men, I don't see how, from my logical thinking, that he would be able to win the war. He may have won a battle by proving that he has, like, if he's the king in the north, that, you should follow his way and whatnot. I mean, I understand where he's coming from, that Karstark betrayed him, but he should have listened to Talisa and his mum for at least locking him up, keeping him as a hostage. So at least he would have had that, that control. But yeah, I guess I don't know. That's just me thinking that if he does hear about Daenerys' situation and somehow tries and finds a way to work with her, I don't know. I see that happening as a possibility for them to win the war. But yeah, I don't know how they will approach that, and if that works, holy crap. But yeah, that's just me where I'm going right now with that theory. Then Jaimie and Brienne. See, I understand their entire talk in the bath, but when in the end Brienne said that, when Jaimie said that's when Ned Stark found me and whatnot, and then she was like, you should have told Lord Stark and whatnot. Is that meaning that what Jaimie was thinking at that moment as to why he killed Aerys? Because I thought that he did mention that he said that burn them all, like he would burn them all, but was her intention for her to say that you should have informed Lord Stark or told Lord Stark, and then Jaimie's dialogue about you think the Starks whatever, he judged me as soon as he saw me and whatever, is that because he would have at least been able to understand why he did it? Did Ned not know why he did it? I mean, Aerys Targaryen burnt his father alive and his brother was strangled with a chain trying to get to his father, right? Am I understanding that different? That bit little confused me a bit. I'm not sure why, but it sounded like as if I missed something in terms of why Ned Stark didn't know the true purpose of Jaimie killing. Maybe it's the sympathetic side of Jaimie that Ned didn't see, as opposed to him killing a king. Possibly that's what I feel is what I may have understood from this, but I'm not sure if there's a deeper meaning to that. But yeah, Jaimie, no jokes, I really do feel for Jaimie, and even though he did push Bran out of the cell, out of that tower, and he killed his cousin, it was all in the name of family. And it's not something that we have not seen with other groups of people. It's all everything. It's what everyone knows in that full, in their little groups that they are in. Everyone are fighting for not only their men or women or children, but for their families. So, I guess that's why I'm more sympathetic to him. He is an arrogant dickhead for sure, but I can't blame him for being the way that he is, even if he is a smart, he speaks out of turn and speaks very smartly sometimes. It's just his way of, I guess, dealing with the situation, and I truly do sympathize with him that he lost his hand. It's the one thing that he was good at. He did say he's not good at learning about the histories of Westeros or being a squire or being the hand of the king. He was just good at being a knight who knew how to kill. So that was what he was good at, and his one true purpose to that has been lost, and he is a Lannister. So I understand that, that's his world that's gone off. So yeah, it's easy to put the blame game that, oh yeah, you push Bran out of the tower with those hands, but it's not like he did it to, even if otherwise, if he was on his own, he wouldn't have done it just by the sake of, oh yeah, I wanted to start a war, but because he saw him with his sister whom he loves. I'm not, how do you say, I'm not justifying the situation that his incest with his sister is right, but at the same time, as I said, he's doing it for his family. And when he said the things we do for, the the things we do for love or something. Yeah, but whatever it may be. So I'm just trying to like, all the events that's led up to him losing his hand is, I think, a big deal, and I truly do feel for the guy. And then the Daenerys scene with you know, her talking to Dorgonundo. What? I wrote something. Dorgonundo. Grey Worm is what they were given by the slave masters as vermin to remind them of who they are. And his full speech is saying that his name was Grey Worm when Daenerys Stormborn saved the Unsullied and whatnot. Oh, I loved it. I loved that entire thing. And then in the end, the squire to Loras Tyrell is a spy to Littlefinger. I want Shae to be aware of the situation, to have an eye on her and make sure that she knows that Littlefinger is having these conversations with her, and get every intel from her so that she can protect Shae. What is she going to think now that Shae... Oh my god. Shae and Tyrion... Oh, how is Tyrion going to explain this to Shae? She's a feisty one. Oh my god. I didn't even think of it until now. That Shae, the handmaiden to Sansa Stark, and the lover of Tyrion, will marry Sansa Stark. Oh god. It is a conversation that I'm not looking forward to, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure there are going to be a lot of words exchanged between the two. Mostly from her, but still, like, oh god. Anyhow, I think I've spoken quite a bit. I am very excited to continue on to the next episode. So I'll see you guys in episode 6. Thank you so much for watching this crazy one with me. And yes, let's find out what the aftermath to this decision of Loras marrying Cersei and Tyrion marrying Sansa will be in episode 6. So yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.